Hi, I'm Mary Jones, Executive Director of the Boulder Junction Chamber of Commerce, and today we're chatting with Larry and Blake, owners of one of the most popular watering holes in Boulder Junction, the Boulder Beer Bar. Come join me. So what is your connection to the area?
Well, that comes from me. Well, not really me, it's my wife. Her grandfather saw an ad in the paper in like 1949 or something like that, and he bought land up here in 1950. You know, back then it was a logging area. He came up from Indiana, he was a farm boy out there, and bought the land, and then they built a cabin there. My wife came up here her whole life, and they lived in northern Illinois at the time, and so just experiencing that, going to camp up here. She was at Campo Fiesta when that was still there. She was what do you call it, a camper, then she was a counselor. A lot of her long-term friendships and stuff came out of there. So that history kind of is part of our fabric. And then being able to come in, and our kids all grew up coming to the beer bar here. You know, they had food. You'd come into town and hang out, do the shops, do whatever. But it's a lot of years of history.
Yeah, I think our journey to the beer bar actually started with another business. In December of 2013, Lair and his wife Gail came up in the winter, and there was another restaurant for sale in Manitowish Waters. Then it was Aberdeen Lodge, and then this guy fell in love with the building, and I believe signed the papers on that May 1st of 2014. Mm-hmm. Shortly after that, I think he realized what he got himself into, and that's when he called me. And it was, I'll never forget, the phone call was on Mother's Day. And Lair and I had grown up apart from each other. I grew up down south. I was raised in Louisiana, Texas. So we didn't know each other that well, but he was my godfather. And he called me and said, "Hey, I bought a building." So I was like, "Okay, well, cool. Yeah, that neat. What else is going on in your life?" He's like, "Well, it used to be a restaurant." It's like, "What do you think of that?" I was like, "Well, it sounds like you bought a restaurant, you know?" He's like, "Well, would you want to come up and help us get it off the ground?" And I said, "Well, okay." You know, I thought about it. I didn't have any children, and I was kind of ready for a new opportunity to get out of the South. I had never been to Wisconsin before, so June 1st, 2014, I moved up here and we started Aberdeen Restaurant Bar in Manitowish Waters. And then I think it took us about 3 years to hit stride, about 5 years to build a beast over there, and then a few more years where we got to the point that we wanted to grow. And in that time, the Boulder Beer Bar came for sale. I believe they shut down right after Muskie Days in 2022. And then we put our heads together over the next year. We felt confident that we had a staff that we could split and run both places successfully. So we actually signed the papers on this place the same day that we did Aberdeen. So it was May 1st of 2023. We signed the papers on the Boulder Beer Bar, and we opened July 14th of 2023.
What would you say the best part about owning your business is?
We control what we do, and by that control, that gives us the opportunity to basically do what you want to do.
You know, again, we're very proud of who we are as employers, and I think we have the tenure between both restaurants to show for it. You know, so yeah, not having to ask anybody else what they think is right, but doing what you know is right is a very freeing feeling, and something that's important to both of us, for sure.
When customers visit Boulder Beer Bar, what can they expect?
For the most part, we didn't want to break the mold too much with this place. At the beer bar, people are coming for cheese curds, they're coming for a pizza, they're coming for chicken wings, a good sandwich, and we didn't want to take any of that away. It's important to us. We have different menus every year. We write 2 menus for both of our restaurants every year. Yeah, I would say that's what to expect. Great food, a cold beer, ever-evolving menus, and an ever-improving venue here. Those things are important to us. I think in restaurants, for the most part, you can You can look at a restaurant, look at their business, and tell what matters to them. And I would say from the outside looking in, you could tell we care about our people, we care about our product, and we care about the venue.
Hi, my name is Larry Voss,
And my name is Blake Borgstead.
and we are Boulder Junction.